Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I am Kamal Farooq Kiani from the Physics Department of Senior Girls Wing of Army Public School and College Fort Road, Rawalpindi. I welcome you to the online sport program daily video lesson of physics for the class second year. Students, we will continue from chapter number 16, Physics of Solid, and the topic which we will discuss today is elastic moduli and its types that are given on the page number 243 of your textbook. Students, inshallah, at the end of the lecture, you will be able to explain the concept of stress and strain in describing elastic deformation of materials, and you are also able to describe the types of elastic moduli. Let's start from the term elasticity or elastic moduli. Elasticity is the ability of an object or material to resume its original shape after being stretched or compressed. Whenever a force is applied on a body, it produces a change in volume, length, or maybe in shape. And when we remove this force, then the body regains its original position, that is called elasticity. In the previous class, we discussed Hooke's law. What is Hooke's law? Hooke's law states that stress is directly proportional to strain. What is stress? Stress is the force applied per unit area, and strain is the change in the body, and that is due to the stress. So, stress is directly proportional to strain. And when we remove this proportional sign, then we apply a constant, and that constant is called elastic moduli, capital E. Basically, there are three types of elastic moduli. One is Young modulus, other one is shear or rigidity modulus, and last one is the bulk modulus. Let us start with Young's modulus. So the Young modulus, as you can see from the name, it is derived from the name of the scientist Young, who derived it or defined it. So thereafter, it is named as Young modulus. Young modulus is a mechanical property that measures the stiffness of a solid material, and it also defines the relationship between the stress and strain in the material in the linear elasticity. Consider a rod whose length is L and cross-sectional area is A. When we apply force perpendicular to the area of cross-section, then its length changes. An increase in length is called delta L. And now the total length is greater than the original length. You can say that total length is L plus delta L and original length is L. So L plus delta L is greater than L. So we can say that whenever a force is applied perpendicular to the area of cross section of rod, it changes its length, which is greater than the original. And we know that the ratio of magnitude of external force which is applied perpendicular to the area of cross section to the area is called tensile stress, whereas the ratio of change in length to the original length is called tensile strain. Mathematically, Young's modulus Y can be calculated by dividing the tensile stress by the tensile strain. Y is equal to tensile stress by tensile strain, and tensile stress is equal to force per unit area, and tensile strain is equal to change in length divided by original length. Change is delta n and original length is L. If the Young's modulus is more, means more force will be required and change in length will be less, because Young modulus having the direct relation with the force and inverse relation with the delta L. Here Y is the Young's modulus, or you can say that modulus of elasticity. F is the force exerted on object under tension. A is the actual cross-sectional area, which equals the area of cross-section perpendicular to the applied force. Delta L is the amount by which the length of the object changes. Delta L is positive if the material is stretched and negative when the material is compressed. And L is the original length of the object. So the second type of elastic moduli is shear modulus. As the name suggests, shear modulus has to be related with the shear stress and shear strain. So the shear modulus is defined as the ratio of shear stress to the shear strain. It is also known as modulus of rigidity and denoted by capital S. Shear modulus is produced when a tangential force is applied on the body, and as a result, the shape of the body is changed but there is no change in the volume. Or the shear modulus is determined by measuring the deformation of a solid by applying a force parallel to the one surface of the solid while an opposing force acts on its opposite surface and holds the solid in place. Think of shear as pushing against one side of the block with friction as the opposing force as shown in the video. Mathematically, shear modulus can be defined as ratio of shear stress to the shear strain. Here S is the shear modulus, that is equal to shear stress divided by shear strain, that is equal to F by A, and shear strain is equal to delta X by Y. Now shear stress can be defined in terms of angle of shear. As you can see in the figure, there is a right angle triangle in which delta x is perpendicular and y is base, and according to trigonometric ratio tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base means tan theta is equal to delta x by y, and here deformation is very small, so we can say that tan theta is approximately equal to theta. So shear modulus is equal to F by A divided by tan theta and approximately equal to F by A theta. Okay, now the last type of elastic moduli is bulk modulus. Here we take a material like this. Let us say the dotted line shows the original volume of the material, and when you apply a force on the material, that force is divided over the surface of the material, and as a result it will cause a material to shrink, or there is a decrease in volume. It means whenever a force is applied on a material, it will shrink the volume of the material. Or the bulk modulus of a substance is a measure of how resistant to the compression that substance is. It is the ratio of volumetric stress to the volumetric strain. As a result of volumetric stress, there is a change in volume but not in the shape of the material. When deforming forces acting on surface of the bodies at right angle, the body undergo deformation. These forces are distributed uniformly on all the surface, so the volume changes due to the compression. Mathematically, the bulk modulus can be defined as the ratio of volume stress to volume strain. B is equal to volume stress divided by volume strain, and volume stress is equal to force per unit area, and volume strain is equal to change in volume per unit volume. In in the case of fluids, volume stress is called pressure. So B is also equal to delta P divided by minus delta P by V. Negative sign is taken because increase in pressure causes decrease in volume. At the end, let's discuss the units of elastic moduli and its types. Unit of elastic moduli, Young's modulus, shear modulus, and bulk modulus is Pascal or Newton meter minus 2 or kilogram per meter per second square, and dimension is ml minus 1 t minus 2. Units of elasticity and unit of stress is same because strain has no units, as strain is the ratio between the two quantities. Okay students, at the end here is an assignment, small assignment for you. You have to solve the problem 1, 3 and 5 of your textbook, and if you have any problem then discuss with your respective subject teacher. Thank you. Have a nice day. Allah Hafiz.